states is charges against you when you are in court, when there's a trial. The burden of proof is with the state. The state has to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are guilty of that offense. When you don't have to prove anything, the state has to lead evidence to show that you are guilty of that crime. When you don't have to prove your innocence, you don't have to prove anything.
Subscribe. We are live up at Whale Coast FM, the rhythm of the Overstrand. Sihleli nabani na? Sihleli no Charlotte Mbatha in the studio, Tony Beads, as well as a guest here too.
Zubenathi Sofute. So namhlanje we have the pleasure and the privilege of interviewing Zubenathi Sofute, a candidate attorney from Ezwelihle, that's like our very own hood. So Zubenathi grew up Hermanus, I guess you could say. But in terms of his color, he's changed from Eastern Cape to Cape Town to Hermanus, and up Hermanus he was a Lucanyo, and then
Ezwelihle
primary, and then to Ekaiya. Just a lot of like adversities here and there, but and then after that, Zubenathi moved on to Varsity, and now he is an attorney. And that is just like a short summary of his like on this journey. But I know that he will elaborate a bit further on some of the aspects, and just update us on where he is currently. Ngoku.
However, Rukrand. Finally, we have you, obviously.
I usually every voice I say turns into an invoice, but namhlanje you guys are privileged because after Nkabilo Tetanani, I won't invoice you.
Well, thank you for that. But hopefully you'll get a lot of people you can invoice after the interview.
Charlotte Ngobile is said. My name is Zubenathi. Zubenathi Sofute. I was born here in Hermanus, 20 March 1999. As Ngobile said, I started my primary school Eastern Cape. I was privileged enough to study Landuzi Primary School, still young. Then due to family circumstances, then I moved to Ekailicha where I stayed with my aunt. Then I had to ban the Pinde and the grade 1 because I was still young. Then I went to Landuzen. I came back to Hermanus. Then I went to Lucanyo. That was 2006. That's when I was doing my grade 2. Then I'll go again in Lucanyo till grade 6 because Zubenathi Primary School, they built Zubenathi Primary School in 2009, but it opened its doors in 2010 around June. So I was part of the batch that moved to Ezwelihle in 2010. Then then after primary school, then I went to Ekaiya. Then that's when things started. Because when you get to high school, that's where you see life differently. So that's where things are.
That's where you're forced to choose about what are you gonna say after. Because academically I've always done well for myself. I was one of those students. Like I'm a temper. Like I was the crop, the cream of the crop.
Sorry, before Kubek.
No, it's fine.
You feel pressure because I can imagine mangabe ugula top list. Ke kwenza ukuthi khona ba transfer wayo mostly. And then ukuze lo munye naye is doing wonders. So I'll be nala fear yokuthi now isitulo sothathwa, like didn't you like witness maybe pressure like ezinjalo?
You get like pressure like to do more because that, but the main goal was to stay with top 5 because there was top 10, but the main goal was to still stay with top 5 or maybe top 3 as well. Because it was hard, but Lando pushed us, but because sasibona sasingaboni as a competition as such, but we saw it as a healthy competition to do better. But there was like pressure. There was pressure.
Being as a student, as I out kule class lena kuyasokolwa the answers kuthiwa diyabuya umisathi diyabuya uyothathwa le kwenye class to come and explain to us.
I remember my brother was doing grade 10 and I was doing grade 8. So when I was doing grade 7, Zubenathi Primary School, so Sadly we lost ulanduza Mr. Paulson, may he so rest in peace. So they had to call Mr. Kwavava. So Mr. Kwavava gave us ilanduza in maths kwa grade 7. But when I got to Kaiya, Mr. Kwavava was there because he was a temporal teacher ilanduza in Israel primary school. So he was at Kaiya teaching grade 10 until 12. So Mr. Kwavava knew me, yabona. So this other time from my class to my brother's class, so can't figure pana like bayanqola, and then they are shouting. So Mr. Kwavava wanted them like to be quiet. So and then he said that yazlomfana lo lapha xana niki ilanduza like classwork when anaye, he would do better because he knew me from a primary school. So I like Danny Fumani Desinjal.
You were also part of Ikwasas grade 9?
Congress of will forever be indebted to that student organization. It's called Congress of South African Students. Basically it's more like unions. It's more like Ilanduza. I would say by union, but it's a congress for students. Ilanduza is there to protect the students. Even isn't this final corporal punishment? There are still schools that still practice corporal punishment, but we came together as students. We decided no, this can't go on as normal. Isn't this final Ilanduza? Baba fund babe to school win. It's not normal. If I know fund that to school win, trying in a uniform. It's not right. Even in the choice. If I come funding an ID, it's not right.
So it sounds to me like you've been an advocate for a very long time, which brings me to the question of if we get down where you decided listen, I want to do law now. Just take us quickly through that, because we want to know more about
Actually, I never really wanted to do law. I wanted to be like maybe a pilot, maybe like be on the medical side, But so started changing because there was this South African law drama series called Sokul & Partners, and then this one time we were watching it with my mother, and then like she said like something that stuck on my mind ever since then. She said that because there were two brothers there, Namika Salus by two, so she said that Ulanduza Umama Kazwili, those Sokulu brothers, but what kind of a woman that bequeaths like law officials is this one? So I wanted to prove to her that you are the woman that can bequeath like law officials, because ever since then nothing made sense moving forward, because I wanted to prove to her that she's capable of doing such. My brother is a policeman. So so finally we've managed like to prove, but you are a woman, you're special like that.
I like that.
So that is life. So like you have to sacrifice your own dreams so that abantu bathanda bonwabe nabo.
Do you understand ukuthi a high school subjects that ubuzchuzile initially you had to uzchange how summarize nje kulonda how that affected you and why you had to change them, and you changed from which subjects to which subjects?
When I was doing grade 9, then math started to be complex, and then I saw X, no Y, not even numbers there. then I got confused because maths is supposed to be numbers. Why the alphabet now? So I got confused. So I started to do bad with maths. So then I decided that if we poop alarm like loba pilot, because I knew that I would need maths. So I knew that if my dream of become a pilot or to be on the medical side, let me rather then focus more on my mom's dream,
the law.
The law. So I wanted to do history because we had that line to about since history, you get to do law afterwards. So I wanted to go to Ilandu's history class, but that thing caused a lot of troubles in my life. So because there were teachers who saw a potential in me. So they were not quite happy because classic history is associated with stigma, male. 10C, every class that is maybe 10C or 11C or 12C is known like mischievous. So Ilanduza, so teachers didn't want me my class. So Yeah, they even called my mom, because I wanted to do history because I knew that I was bad in maths. Yeah, but I did Ilanduza, as they say. I did as my mom said, Mama science. I did that, but I failed in maths because I was bad with numbers.
Yeah.
Abo Miss Pengane, Abo Miss Nwashula, but they were quite good with maths, but it was not meant for me. Even in Choi, it was not meant for me. So I decided when I was doing grade 12, I'm not continuing with this. So I decided to do maths lead because I understood the maths lead. So
maths literacy.
Yeah, maths literacy. Yeah,
because lead is used even everywhere.
The maths lead though.
so I did maths lead. So luckily enough, I was the only student at KAI in my matric that managed to get a code 7.
Distinction
for doing it just for 10 months, but I managed to get a distinction.
Which I guess highlights the point of in as much as other people may have certain dreams for Tina, there are certain dreams that we have for ourselves, and I think it's very important for abantu abadala, especially when it comes to teachers and stuff, to listen to indolo ifunayo wena and try and work to better those skills.
So that
now, how did it affect your relationship yakho no lady? Indoba now you started changing from this to that.
That's as I said earlier on. I believe when you love someone, qabathana abantu, you make sure that what is love without compromising? That's the thing. So ilanduza umthanda you make sure that you compromise things that you love so that bona be happy. So I knew that deep down doing this subject doesn't make me happy. I don't get the fulfillment, but I sing the happy, so it was fine. But I was making sure that I bring I do the work. I keep good grades so that she could be happy. But not deep down, I didn't go happy. But I did what I could do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you pass matric, Varsity, UWC. UWC, 2017, right?
Yeah, 2017, yeah.
Okay. So now that you are moving from Edladleni and Manas away from a family, what was the first thing that you gone by? You and shock again, because I'm going into a bigger city, and I'm on my own.
Like I was no pack because I'm a mama's boy.
Hey.
I was eating like poisonous food. I would sometimes
poisonous meaning busenza. Just give us an idea.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Mutibanisa nje
Tibanisa can't come kwata ngenyimindo zindizibulala ngokutya. Because wrong like.
Did you ever call mom like, hey, yabona lantu ba khanga ndifunda
noodles.
Noodles. Then landuza ne cornflakes at night. Okay. But it was like a big landuza. Transition because growing up in a small town is Yarmanas, then going to Landuzi city, Pavel, then dangerous Paramas because it's a city. Then dangerous I've been through a lot of things at Belvin because I couldn't keep up with the pace of the city. Got robbed so many times, even at gunpoint. Then that affected me academically because I'm not used to these things. We mostly know each other. So I'm not used to these things. So I was traumatized. Because any incident like in Sugar School spending the whole night at school only to get dropped in the morning. They took my ID. They wanted to kidnap me as well because but luckily and Abaleka. So in the transition it was hard, but so Bachomos Bana titans of Lando's industry are only made under immense pressure. Without going through those things, like as I'll be grateful Bamos achieve life in.
I think before also you go on any further, la process going straight from high school to university because and there's kwabanye abantu especially people abangekho tech savvy apply ngubani apply njani apply xa kutheni apply nini zithini requirements.
Okay, Like since
is it easy?
No, it's not easy. It's easy for some people, but for some people it's hard. Because that's why abantu they even have these drives. Apply with me, stuff like that. That's why they have those drives. So mna apply because I'm smart.
Okay, we're not saying anyone also gonna apply because smart, but
so I applied for myself. I was using my cell phone. So bandisakhumula kakuhle kuselsi like khona la data like qala ebusuku ngo12 midnight data. It was more cheaper than data yasemini. So I had to like to save up imali yami yomkhero to buy that data, so I stay all night. So I applied like Friday because I knew that the following morning I'm not going anywhere. So I stayed all night, the applier using Ilanduza X202. I think I was still using X202. Then I apply even in as fast I'm apply pass. So to apply I must apply like for UWC because I only apply to UWC, so I can only talk about things that I know. So I applied like it was around May when I was, May 2016 when I was doing my matric. Then in as fast I applied like around October.
Because uvula
uvula lately. So I only applied to UWC. That is in
universities.
No one helped me, so I did it all by myself.
Wow, congrats on that, because akukho lula nyani guys, but it's you can uyakwazi uyenza. You just have to start. And that's usually the hardest part. So take us through your experience at Varsity, you know, because now we see you and you're a lawyer and you're just like, that's so exciting. But was it an easy transition? Is it an easy thing?
First of all, like LLB is not an easy course. It's a very, very difficult course. Even if you can Google it, it's one of the difficult courses in the world. And then including that, you come from a background that is not financially well, even enjoy. And then you get like abantu abaninzi like abangamapolisa, even abekudala besebenza, they do LLB. So it's easier for them bana mabalanduze like mabafumana umsebenzi xa befuna like izinto ezifana ne-internal transfer even enjoy. So it's very competitive field LLB even enjoy. So but yabona the shift away from equation yakho. So coming back to equation yakho babinjani transition, it was very hard transition because in the ilanduzi grades funeka high school ne grades funeka university are not the same, because high school you get to pass like 30%. Varsity, not something that's less than 50% is a fail.
It's a fail, yeah. And sometimes you just hope for 49% so you can write a sub.
So something that's less than 50% is a fail. So and then there's a money involved. Unlike high school, you know that I'll try again. But when you fail at university, there's financial implications. And you have to pay for some things, because everything at university you pay for it. Even for printing, you pay for it, So
And what's the impact on mental health? That's
why Ilanduza university are not good spaces. University are not good spaces. That's why even them they offer like a mental support, because they understand by university is not a good space. You are lucky if you go to university Ulanduza like in good mental state and come back in a good mental state. You're very, very lucky. You see that, like seriously, you're very, very lucky. I've seen people who go to university and come back like belele pants as a coffin. They commit suicide. And then they commit suicide because university is not a good space. Because it's not that by academics zinzima. It's all the pressure like from home, and then you have to maintain social life, love life, and then academics.
So this time I was told maybe ugu feelings now so consider to maybe change the course kwa ipikile this time.
You do because even closing the courses tile like iconic course like ubona I've done my best. Lena is not made for me, but you have to pass it in order for you to graduate, and then some people decide change the course because they can't get this one course right so that they can graduate. I know people that are like aba e-course zabo like extended by 2 years because bafeli course a1 card that kufuneka bayipasile in order for them to graduate. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. And even extending ila cause it takes a toll on your mental health yakho because wonke umuntu ekhawulindele ba ma graduate after 4 years. So now you're studying 6 years.
Yeah.
Yabo?
Yeah, especially when you come from like a small town because like when you come from a small town like bayaziwa abantu bakubana bayibheke Varsity and then yabo bajonge bazophelela and stuff like that. Yeah, you even enjoy. So when you come from a small town, so when you fail in Varsity, yacinga yo so bazothina abantu, and then there are people who are bold enough to even come to you babuze bawuqebani nofunda. People that you've never talked to. So those things take a toll like mental health. Yeah.
So 2 or 3 words that you'd say to someone who's about to go through the journey of Varsity, just to make them to keep them going.
To keep them going. I understand that you're only doing this for you.
Yeah.
Only
on
you.
race, on pace.
They are only doing this for you. Only you. At the end of the day, the only person who's always with you is you.
Yeah.
So maunga comparisha I first year yakho to your second, to just understand uba kukuthathe how long maybe to settle in ube grand. What would you say, maybe?
Like Jenny Young.
Yeah, from the first to the second.
I think I started to settle well at Varsity on my second year, because on my first year I was still confused. I don't understand the town quite well, so I settled well in my second year. But whereas in my second year, things were hard, like academically, because as I've said earlier, bana, like there are a lot of things that are happening, man, like family wise, like more. Financial wise, even the finances, even the finances can cause depression, even when you don't know where the money you're gonna get to buy groceries, because you can't call home because you know that home they're even struggling more.
So when I was ugube like in terms of financially, would maybe so need to buy part-time waiter or something else.
I really considered that, but because we didn't allow me because it was so demanding. It was so demanding, but luckily enough, I hope Mr. Crano, I hope you are listening. Mr. Crano of Sparkle Kids, he was the one who was supporting me financially. So didn't like need like a part-time job like necessary, because Sparkle Kids was there all the way.
Yo.
Yeah. Kanga usafarishe mentally at some point, because I also understand ukuthi there was a time accommodation ubuhlala kuyo ibingekho grand. Actually sitting ngekho grand, it doesn't mean ukuthi yona ngaphakathi, but actually the area or the location.
It was quite a beautiful house. When I was there, I actually wanted to speak with the landlord so that he can give me a plan of that house, man. It was quite beautiful, but the area that was it was dangerous. So I stayed in that private accommodation because I couldn't find like Landuza accommodation like a schoolway, so I stayed in that accommodation. The first incident that happened, like guys came in and then they petrol bomb the Landuza buses that were meant for us, but started from Endlini to a schoolway. So they petrol bombed those buses. There were about 2 of them. So it was an Iveco and a Quandam. So we watched burning, and then the second incident, they came to the house and they started shooting randomly.
Shucks.
So that's when we decided to take the matter to school management. That was my first day. Imagine, I'm from a Lokshini. I don't know these things. I've only seen them in movies. So then we decided to take the matter up with the management. So that's when they decided to move us to another, like better, I would say better, because it was
facility.
Not even safer. So they moved us better there. So then on my second year, so I managed like to get into the school residence in Tigerbeck. So that's where I stayed for till I graduated.
Yeah, and Ziyakhipha6to8, you're a very smart young man. So, can we assume by Varsity, like you never failed anything, like any courses? You just went through it. Let us know, because there's someone that might be going through the exact same thing. Something that you might say might actually lift them up to know. But at the end of the day, you graduated. I want them to see hardcore bagunjan so.
To be honest, there's no year where I never failed a module. In my first year I failed a module. And then I was not shaken. Because I wasn't shaken, because I was still progressing. Because the problem starts when you fail modules and then you're still doing the same year. I failed a module, but I was still progressing. So I failed one module, but I was doing my second year with a first year module. So in my first year, I failed customary law. Then came my second year. Then I failed a lot of things, and then in legal interpretation. Then on my third year, I still failed. In my third year, I failed it is labor law. I failed labor law. The only time when I managed to pass everything was when I was doing my final year, because I knew that if I fail a module for my final year, I won't graduate in record time. So in my final year, that's when I decided. I was doing like more extra modules than normal classmates. So my classmates were doing like about 9 modules, but I was doing 11 modules.
Sure, that's hectic. And if I see just
so in my final year, but I managed to pass everything, all 11 modules. Okay. So it is when Charlotte like it's
possible to fail, but still recover at the end of the day. So once we fail a module, it's not the end of the world, as long as you just keep pushing.
There you go. There you go. Because feeling pity for yourself because you failed a module. Just do the work and then you'll be fine.
I like that. So take us to post-studies gengoku. Okay, I just graduated now, and either ndifuna umsebenzi okanye umsebenzi ndimfumene. What can I expect from the working from the working field?
Like it depends which part you want to take.
Okay, tell me the parts that I can take.
Okay. It depends. Like Varsity, what do you like? Do you want to be an academic? Have you seen the lecturer? Do you enjoy watching him teach you guys? Then you decide to be an academic,
Okay.
And then you can proceed with your masters, and then I do something like specialize law. Like let's say for example, and specialize in customary law. You can do that. But like you've always wanted, you can
a courtroom and do the work.
To be prosecutor, to be exact. You can always follow with the NPA page. Every year they take like about 400 to 500 aspirant prosecutors per year. But you can do that and apply straight out of Varsity. Like if you want to be an attorney like me, you just follow in my steps and you do articles. It's about 2 years articles, 2-year articles. Like you get to register your articles with the Legal Practice Council, and then you ask the person who's going to supervise you to request the Legal Practice Council to request them to issue a certificate of right of appearance in court, because you can't just rock in court and then saying that you're an attorney.
Of course,
you must be.
And in articles.
Articles.
Articles. In articles.
I would say articles it's more like a community. I would say it's more like a community service. Like you must give back to the community. Even
Sebenza basically.
Basically, but because if you want to be a doctor, you must.
You have to work.
You have to do.
I think there's a whole year where you have to work community.
You see, so if you want to be a nurse, you have to do a community service for 1 year. So article is more like that, so that you can get a feel ground by Injan. So when you're doing your articles, you get someone like a senior attorney. A senior attorney. My principal now is I know he's listening. It's Vian Van Reinsbeck. He's my principal. He's the one who supervised me. So you get someone who's gonna supervise you. who's going to teach you, because he's senior. He's going to teach you everything, how things work, and then give you work, and then you get to sit with him in the consultation. When he's not there, you like you feel things.
He mentors you.
He mentors you. He mentors you until you finish with the article. So it's 2 years. Under the supervision. Then afterwards, you get to be admitted as an attend. After writing, in America, they call them board exams. They call them like bar exams, but here in South Africa, we call them board exams. So you only get to be admitted like after you've passed your board exam and then you finish your 2-year articles.
Okay.
Then you get to be admitted as an attend of the High Court. So then afterwards, you can fly.
Okay. So last question from my side. Okay, so I know in terms of your architecture forum, I'm technically not allowed to call myself an architect just yet. So I have to be like an architectural designer or so in your field, is there like a specific term that you have for now before we all be articles and get, what do we call you now? That's why candidate attorney, is that the legal term?
That's the legal term, candidate attorney. That means because even astronauts must like in space. There are different like kind of scientists, and then they get to write those exams. They're called candidate astronauts because not all of them will make it. So they are candidates because they are aspiring to be astronauts. Even enjoy. So now I'm still aspiring to be an attorney.
Okay.
So that's why they call me a candidate attorney. So once I get admitted, that's when I'll be able to call myself an attorney. Okay. So like I was saying, a lot has happened in DISA. In Taisa way, in student accommodation, a lot has happened. So like varsity is not as like not everything in varsity is bad. Even enjoy. Not everything is bad.
Just like in life,
not everything is bad. Because when I was still staying at Res, I met someone special in my life.
I wanted us to go there at some point. I wanted us to touch on romances, because studying and trying to figure out, okay, now I'm going to be a lawyer. Like there's still real life that happens along the lines. Like you love life. How was it?
Like if you come from there are few like black households that are available emotionally. So the emotional support system, we usually get them from our partners, apparently, because our parents, most of them are not available emotionally. Even shy. So since in the varsity, I had to find someone that was gonna be there for me emotionally. Even in choice. So I had to juggle that and make sure that there is someone who's there for me emotionally. Otherwise, benzo pambana. So
So you thought that out before it happened, or it was just something that just happened organically? You can look back now and say, no, actually looking back, I really needed someone to get me through like that. I feel
like the world has already conspired into your favor. Even enjoy. When you want something, when you look back, you're in which now makes sense about why lamdo figure like because think about it, but lamdo figure I wouldn't have achieved this. My dream, I wouldn't have realized my dream. Even enjoy. Maybe getting mad or stuff like that. So I feel like when you really want something, then the universe helps
conspires to help you achieve that.
Well, if you ask Buza, was telling about any state no Zubenathi, Sofute, we candidate attorney, Hermanas, Silapa Gek Whale Coast FM, Ziyakhipha6to8 is the name of the show. The other voice wave, okay, Charlotte Mbata, as well as Tony Beats and myself, Udi.
Bengsano Mbuzo, just the time besakuluma about after Varsity. So umdobukeli TV, maybe they would hear Mark Secord uzotshela maybe umuntu ukuthi if I will afford like lawyer yakho there is lay state lawyer. So I was trying to understand ukuthi how do you get to be like a state lawyer? Is it part of e-training? Is it a certain part that abanyama students that they pick?
Yeah. So if you want to be like a state lawyer, like so as I'm saying, I'm working for a law firm now, Van Jansen van Rensburg, and then my principal there is Ulanduzo van Rensburg. So if you want to be like attend like a state lawyer, as if you can afford legal fees, the state can appoint a lawyer for you. So like you get to work for a legal aid. It's called legal aid board. It's a board. It's one of the biggest law firms up in South Africa because it's funded by government. They get money from government. So you get to work for that board. So you are required to be in court like each and every day so that you can represent Ulandus who afford legal fees. But you can't just say that I don't afford legal fees. No, you first apply and then they check your financial situation, and then they approve you. Then they get to represent you.
I've got a question.
No, it's fine.
This is conversations that we have in private. Singabantu. Ukuthi abantu basuka legal board, right, is state attorneys,
legal aid board,
legal aid board, sizibuze sithi ingaba ba strong kangakanani compared to abantu abasebenza kwi private practice. Two, ibe khona la nto ukuthi look dimoshe i-community, then ndizofumana lo mail, this attorney yamahala. What are the chances ukuthi le attorney is just going to get information from me and then send it to Umangi, to the judge, and then dikwekwe? There's always that trust issue. So one, in terms of expertise, ungathi singaba truster kangakanani?
First question yako was to tell but abantu basuka legal aid board,
yes, singaba truster kangakanani compared to abantu abane practice, abane private practice?
Competence, like it's more like competence. Abantu like abanye abantu as bawusitsho like bane belief by legal aid lawyers are not competent enough as people who are in a private practice. That's false. That's false. I've seen abantu like that started with the legal aid and then they went on to be like best advocates and even best attorneys because they get exposure criminal law, even in China. So that thing of saying that abantu state attorney like committed enough, it's not that they're just overwhelmed abanikla attention when you kakhulu private attorneys. So because they are overwhelmed, let's say there's only one of you and then you get like 100 files. Even in Chaokan you get like 25 files that you need to do that day. You are one
in one day.
One day, even in Choi. But whereas when you're a private attorney, per day you only like maybe do like 5 files. And then you get to give your clients the attention it needs. Even in Choi. So I feel like abantu needs bafuna attention. Bafuna la attention bafuna la attention. And coming back to your question, ban ungawa trust njani?
Yes.
There's something called attorney client privilege. So everything that you say, if you are consulting, everything that you say to me stays between you and me.
No matter the incriminator.
No matter incriminator stays between me and you because I need to know everything.
To be clear, ndiyavuma kuwe uba ndimbulele lo muntu. I've killed this person. And when as the attorney, awunokwazi to take that information we say somewhere.
I can't do that because mind you when states is charges against you when you are in court, when there's a trial, the burden of proof is with the state. The state has to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are guilty of that offense. When you don't have to prove anything, the state has to lead evidence to show that you are guilty of that crime. When you don't have to prove your innocence, you don't have to prove anything.
I see.
The state has to prove beyond reasonable doubt about when you are guilty. So I've seen many cases I've seen many cases about that even with trial like you see with trial most abantu, like there are these arguments yabona bone defense iphakame and object and stuff like that. In that trial the defense never said anything. They stayed Kaiser's dead.
Okay.
The defense is the next, but they still that guy went scot free. So you don't have to prove anything from your side.
Okay. I think also the distrust in the state's lawyer, the influence comes from a lot of TV because we watch too many movies, and every time we watch a soapy or a movie, every time there's a state lawyer involved, this case is going to be lost. This one's definitely going to jail.
But as you can see that they are overwhelmed with work, and then they don't even have money. They don't have funds.
Okay. Yeah. Recently, ezwelihle township esisuka kuyo. Kukho umuntu who was released on bail. For a case. And abahlali, they were angry. And bazama attack lo muntu lowo. What I into ufuna understand is mhlambi that you can explain. Umntu ifumana njani ibail even when kwi court of public opinion city you are guilty man uyenzile le way we know that you did it. Why is a court giving lo mntu lowo ibail? What are the conditions ezcheckwayo for you to get ibail?
First bayajonga masibana le offense yenzileyo mana is it a schedule 2 offense or schedule 5 offense or schedule 6 offense. So a schedule 2 offense, like is this minor things like babone kuthiwa ube chocolate ko ma checkers okanye ube ile car even enjoy okanye ubethe umuntu just common assault.
That's schedule 2.
Schedule 2. Okay. And then you get schedule 5, then a rape uyabona. Then schedule 5, then you get schedule 6 offenses, which is in this fana gang rape and even
robbery.
Like ilandu is fana ne premeditated murder. So schedule 6 offenses. So it's very when you kana schedule 2 offense, the state has to prove has to tell the court why lo mntu funeka angareleaswa. Yabona, so bayajonga ba I danger na ku society, even in choice.
Le chocolate we be like
yabona like we danger na ku society okanye like ungabaleka and no stand trial, because the bail is not something xa ubhatala mali bail, it's not about punishing you, but it's to secure that ilanduza security that you're going to attend court.
Because imali yakho ilapha. Oh, I see.
So bail is a security that you're going to attend the court, even in choice.
So do you get it back?
You get it back at the end.
When you win the case,
it doesn't matter as long as that you try you get your money back.
Even when you lose the case.
This is new to me. I
thought you only get the money, your bail back when you've won the case and not when you've lost.
Because the bail must as one situation, but it's just there, but it's secure about when you're gonna attend. Because at the end of the day, you have the right to move freely. Even in church. So Klobanji, like if I bangal bega ganje, bayalinyasha la ilungelo lakho to move freely. Even enjoy. Even enjoy. So bayalikamela bayabika kanjani. So Klobanji kwenzeka lo nto yabo. So xa unikwe bail ke ngoku bafuna like ukwenza sure ba is a court yabo. So that's why abantu abaninzi bebanjwa to make sure cause bayabaleka and no stand court. So that's why bebanjwa manje umuntu axoxele ngaphakathi. That's why you get the izinto ezinjalo. Cause akunyanzelekanga umuntu like cause at the end of the day everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
So na ku schedule 5 where there's a premeditated murder as you said, ikhona chance yokuthi I could get a bail.
There is a chance, but ke ngoku now the honors is on you to tell the court why you should why you should be released on bail. As why I said ba ku schedule 2 the honors is ku state ba why lo mfuneka ngarelease yabo, and then the state saxela pha, no, this person is a danger to the society, this person can go to maybe to elanduzeni kwelinye ilizwe because he has a family there, yabo, even enjoy. But when it's a Schedule 5 or Schedule 6, you get to tell the owners you have to tell the court why you should be released on bail. Okay, abanye abantu they even say that yes, they even tell the court, yes, I do have a passport, but I'm willing to surrender my passport
to show
that I will stand trial. Yeah.
So that doesn't necessarily mean ukuthi just because denze ityala elikhulu eli-serious njengobulala ukufumana kwami bail does not mean about automatically sendi free.
Okanye not guilty.
Yes, they're not guilty. So it means even after sendi bhadele low bail, xa siya kwi trial ndingaluza elo tyala ndiconvictwe ndifakwe ejele.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ziyakhipha6to8 on World Coast FM. Sisahleli with Zubenathi Sofute. Sister Simbiza, what kind of attorney?
Candidate
attorney. In terms of the age yakho, pa ilandukeni kwi court yaseRmanus. Ingaba nguwe the youngest?
Arguably, I'm one of the youngest up in Mzansi, like because I started earlier. Arguably, but since ngoko I'm senior almost now, because but
there could be some new blood.
There could be some new blood. But I'm one of the youngest. Kalapha Mzansi. Yeah.
Okay. Would you advise households zethu ukuthi, and this is part of your conversations that I have nabanye abantu.
Okay.
Ukuthi kubaleke kangakanani uba each family member mhlambi, especially thina mhlambi abantu abayang who can read, uba sibe familiar with umthetho and how things work, so that umzekelo to sikwazi uziprotect against umzekelo abantu bomthetho who come through and take advantage of thina nabazali bethu. Also to get familiar with the processes their courts in case one day we find ourselves payana. Is that important?
It's very, very important, because I feel like banabaninzi guys like have seen umthetho like into dibana umthetho is something that inzima, like once you dibana umthetho no yakho inzima. But there are many things that you can use a lawyer for, especially sorting out your will. Actually I draft wills for free. So izinto ezinjalo, getting advice like drafting wills zakho, so that if it happens that one day you die, izinto zakho zibe zisheka kakuhle, because I've seen many households apho khona aswele kumama okanye aswele kumakhulu, and then ifamily ixabana ngendlu yakhe, even enjoy, because bona bebengayazi ba like you can do that in order for you was protect the assets zakho when you die, because they always seen abantu abaninzi like election the only thing they need a lawyer xa kubanjwe umntana wabo okanye xa kubanjwe umuntu abamaziyo, that's when they need a lawyer. But actually a lawyer is more like a doctor. You need them every day.
My question also is, for example, we also need lawyers when it comes to negotiating salaries. Tell me, ngangixelela ngalo ndawo ndifumene umsebenzi ngoku, because bayakubuza kwi interviews so ufuna malini, can I be like, let's table that for later, I'll get back to you, and then behind the scenes I get my lawyer, but this is what they're offering me, is this worth my time? Is it
even in contracts, there's a legal jargon that they use that you cannot understand it when even
later on,
because we've seen people when they want to leave like certain employer, check clause like
you signed the contract,
check clause 18. What does clause 18? And then you read clause 18. You don't even know what clause 18 means. When you're excited that I know I got a job now, and then let me sign. but without reading the contract well.
Follow-up question.
For no follow-up questions, because they give you time. They're saying that we're going to give you time to go and read the contract, but since when you are excited for the job, you just sign.
But they sort of like give you the impression about you just sign and you move on. Do I have a right? But no, I don't want to sign this now. But let's say you're working in retail, they just bring you out contracts. They don't tell you about can I assume about with every job in the before I sign any contract, I can actually
before take it home.
Before because like what you must understand that before you assent anything, that means that you affirm everything that's written there.
That is written.
But before you assent your signature to anything, you must make sure that you read that thing.
Now, can I because abanye bantu they get into trouble emsebenzini and then we ask ithini contract yakho andinayo isemsebenzini. Can I get a copy of the contract?
You can get the copy.
The signed copy. When? Immediately after signing it?
Immediately after signing it, so that you can have it for your records as well.
Okay. If I signed it endlini, is it legal for me to make a copy for myself?
Usually a contract. Usually contract must they want to they can be ilanduza a contract verbally. The only thing that needs like doesn't necessarily need like
a contract.
Like bana indubhale phansi even enjoy to be binding even enjoy. The reason being by izinto zibhalwa phansi is because people lie a lot these days. I would say, for example, uTony ngithengisela la phone yakhe even enjoy, and then come tomorrow I come to uTony uthi no, we didn't have that agreement, because we only agreed. Let's say uTony avuma namhlanje buy, I can buy his phone for let's say for 2,000. Then I come tomorrow, I don't know. I said 2.5, So the reason sine contract is to land user to make sure that we are adding them, like there's a meeting of mind, and then we understand what we're getting ourselves into. So ezinye izinto akunyanzelekanga like zibe written down. Even employment contracts are not akunyanzelekanga zibhalwe phansi even enjoy. But it's best by izinto zibhalwe phansi, so that later on when there's trouble we look back.
Sleep basically.
It's sleep. So that we can look back. So the only thing that is mandatory by my bhalwe phansi is when there's a sale of land. Immovable property, like let's say a house, it must be written down. It must be written down that I'm selling this property to you. But whereas like when you sell a phone or can you sell anything, you sell a car, doesn't necessarily to be written down. If we understand each other, then it's fine.
That's a verbal contract.
Then it's fine. But later on, that might backfire because so that's why we start to write things down.
Okay. You've been if the interested in learning a little bit about law, not to become a qualified lawyer, just to protect myself and be familiar with izinto. That you can recommend and in your life. Zeziphi mhlambi incwadi 1 or 2 wazifunda oqomba you want to recommend them to the listeners?
I'm not a reader. I'm not a reader, man. Cause I wouldn't say I'm not a reader per se. And it's hard, like I don't like reading things that are law related. I don't like reading, but I love like drama series the law, cause also you create your own scenarios, even enjoy. You create your own scenarios. That's why abantu phuma imovie thile yena seyifundile gets mad because they already created their own scenario. Cause also you get to be the director. You get to do the casting yourself. You get to do like everything, for by yourself. So as I said to you, I'm not a reader, man. But I can recommend like Ilanduza series that are available on YouTube. The special one is The Final Verdict. The Final Verdict, I like SABC 2. So a Final Verdict, in every episode. Like there's a scenario that is happening, whether it involves like many branches of law, because there are many branches of law. We have customary law, we have criminal law, we have law of contracts, we have even enjoy, and then sometimes we get a dispute about a will. Abanye saying that no man, this is a fake will because they don't get to inherit as they expected, and then there are disputes about a will. So a final verdict, what it's trying to bridge, it's trying to bring illegal education to the masses. They even enjoy because the final verdict ilanduza ifundwa. It's more like ilanduza a series, but ifundwa in good Department of Justice. Yeah. So every episode get actor pana, and then they go to court. Yabona to solve out like issue, but in between actor they comes like iland attorneys, the advocates bana iland bisenzeka ku law firms zabo bezosolve kanjani.
Okay. Second series?
Yeah, second series. Locally.
Whether locally or international?
Or internationally, I would say Suits. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the third one is How to Get Away with Murder.
I wanted to say that one because that's my favorite, and a lot of those disastrous, like anything that has to do with law. Tell me how accurate is it?
How do? That's the thing. In movies for entertainment purposes.
So they're exaggerated.
Yeah.
And also as the international, they're based on American law, correct?
Yeah, but they're based in American law. But at the end of the day, it's almost the same. We are following almost the same law.
Moral of the story.
Because it's a Roman Dutch law, so it's focusing on the same thing. Okay. Most of the time, yeah.
I'm watching Your Honor currently.
Your Honor? Yeah. So, as I've said earlier, Your Honor, when you love a person, you can do anything. Even with Your Honor, Honor. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with Grey's Anatomy. Wow. No, not Grey's Anatomy. How to Get Away with Murder. Yeah. And also, I think another question that I wanted to ask, is can you choose about focus in defense? There's defense law, right?
Yeah.
And there's other. Tell me the difference between the two.
So when you're a defense lawyer, that means that you're more focusing on criminal law.
Okay. Yeah, so guilty, and you're trying to prove that you're trying to make people believe that they're
guilty.
Okay, you're innocent until proven guilty. But between me and my client, I know, but this person has told me why they're guilty. Now I need to find.
It's not up to you to decide that the person is guilty. It's up to the court to decide that person is guilty.
Even if the person tells you,
as a criminal lawyer, then you have to defend
the person
up to what's the word I'm looking for? To your best of your ability.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's why they call you a defense lawyer. Yeah.
Another type.
And then you get to like civil litigator. Civil litigation. Like let's say Charlotte promised to do like a painting and then she asked you to pay her 25,000 and then she promised that she's gonna bring a painting let's say on the 3rd of June, and then Charlotte doesn't bring a painting on the 3rd of June, and then you send her a letter asking her, Charlotte, where's the painting, and then you can take her to court.
I need a lawyer as an artist, honestly.
Okay. Social media handles?
It's good now that I
social media handles.
Yeah. Where do we find you?
I'm available on Twitter.
Okay.
At Zubenathi _ at Zubenathi ZUBENATHI_ Then on Instagram I'm also available at Zubenathi _Sofute without an H. Then also on Facebook I'm available Zubenathi Sofute without an H. Yeah.
Cool, man. Your last words and any shout outs?
Many people knew that I'm coming here, so they asked me to shout out to them.
Okay.
Shout out to my personal person.
Okay, that's it.
And then shout out to my Rick Van Dalen for being like best colleague and a crazy one. And then shout out to everyone who knows me.
Cool.
And shout out to our managing director. I know you're listening, and don't smile. Shout out to Luan Van de Kerk.
Well, that's Zubenathi Sofute right here on Ziyakhipha6to8.
Sring up by Nabandu Bonge who inspire. Start a mandla go interviews in pursuit of dreams and desires. Are you watching from Mekai? Welcome. Sisi kumapupa wako wonge don't retire. Nope. Putima pupeni wako wonge don't retire. Subscribe. Ziyakhipha6to8. Spetty content yako is a date. Koza you relate. Subscribe. Ziyakhipha6to8. Spetty content yako is a date. Koza you relate. Ulindebani. Subscribe.